What's up? What's up? What's up? It's Blind Assassin. Uh, I was about to change my days up as far as um, you know what I mean? As far as just doing you know, doing live broadcasting, if you will. So, um, man, uh, I know people probably ain't gonna willing to watch this. I just been working a lot, so um, trying to think. Let's see. Um, yeah, I'm trying to adjust my videos. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's been a lot, man. I just have been having poor sinuses issues. Uh, Trying to make myself feel better. It's just this time of season that trying to get myself better. You know, developing a lot of just bought me a couple of pills like Advil and Tylenol just get away from the pain. Most likely my you know, the left side of my brain is kind of messed up on the side of it. It's just just have poor sinuses, and again it's just this time of season. Um, Trying to recover as much as possible. So um, what's up, MGTOW Cowboy? Hold on, about to drop a link. Uh, yeah. Um, I just always been dying to do this video. Um, it's just one of those prime examples where, like, even like female nature, even females, you have grown women hanging on teenage women, because women who of course um been hitting the wall so bad, they feel like their prime is still in existence. It's inevitable. Nothing can stop them. But when you have a upcoming age or a certain generation that's behind you, and it's just hard to keep up with so many trends or gadgets. Oh yeah, I drop a link, MGTOW Cowboy. Um, yeah, I just dropped it a second ago. Um, yeah, I've been dying to do this video. There are videos that are similarly like this. Um, I've been trying to um it's just been throughout the ages. Hatred and jealousy does not have an age at all. Um, but yeah, if anybody will call in, feel free. As a matter of fact, trying to pin it, or I think this should help. Um, I'm not sure nobody can come in yet. Let me know if you have a hard time trying to click on the link. I'll definitely do it one more time. Um, Let me try. I don't know why nobody's not in the section. Copy, paste. Okay, dropped it again. Hey, what's up, MGTOW Cowboy?
Yeah, hey, what's up? Is this MGTOW Assassin or Assassin MGTOW?
Blind Assassin, yes.
A blind assassin, blind assassin. Hey, what's up, man?
Not much. I'm trying to adjust my volume. Okay.
Hello everybody, Shrouded Hand here. The subject for today's video is probably the one that I get the most requests for, and it's something that I've been wanting to cover for a while. So, to anyone...
My bad. It just turned out of nowhere. Me.
That's
Um.
uh, that's that's okay.
Okay. If you want to watch the clip with me, or if you want to react to it with me, that'll be actually great. I'm about to play it anyway. So, this is
Sure.
this is all. Yeah, this is just pretty much an idea where like female nature is like inevitable as far as like jealous of like other women, regardless of age. So, um, I wanted to play it, and there's similar ones that I would like to play. As far as giving proven points or indications of it. So I'm about to play it now.
One who's requested this video, here you go. This is the murder of Sylvia Likens. So there's a lot of different people involved in this story, and as I was researching it, I found it quite hard to follow who was who. There's two main families involved in this case, the Banishevskys and the Likens. Plus there's a lot of people from outside both those families. As a bit of a visual aid, I'm going to tint the Banishevskys photos blue and the Likens family yellow. Anyone outside those families will be untinted. It's not crucial. If you're colourblind or you're just listening to the audio, you should still be able to follow what's going on. By 1965, Gertrude Banishevsky looked about 20 years older than her years. She had divorced twice, had 7 children, and had suffered 6 miscarriages. All of her past relationships had been abusive. Now, at the age of 36, she was left to raise her kids alone with no income. Destitute, chronically asthmatic, and clinically depressed, Gertrude and her family descended into poverty. They lived together at 3850 East New York Street, Indianapolis. They had no stove and only enough beds for about half the people in the house. The family lived off a diet of mostly bread and crackers. Sometimes they would make soup on a hot plate, but the family had to take turns eating it because there were only 3 spoons between them. At this point, the household consisted of 8 people. 36-year-old Gertrude and her children. Paula, 17 years old, Stephanie, 15, John Jr., 12, Marie, 11, Shirley, 10, James, 8, and 1-year-old Dennis. The Likens family were also quite poor. Lester and Betty had 5 children. The 2 oldest, 18-year-olds Daniel and Diana, were twins, as were the 2 youngest, 15-year-olds Benny and Jenny. In the middle was 16-year-old Sylvia. Diana was already married and starting a family of her own. Lester Likens and his 2 sons toured Indiana, selling confectionery from a stand at carnival shows. Betty had temporarily separated from Lester. She, along with Sylvia and Jenny, lived together in Indianapolis and would earn money from babysitting and doing odd jobs around town. They would also collect glass bottles from people's trash and trade them in for pennies.
Watch the video for my kids, please. I will not be long. I will just ask you.
Jenny had contracted polio at a young age, and as a result she had to wear a metal brace on one leg and walked with a limp. This made Sylvia very protective of Jenny. In July of 1965, Betty was arrested for shoplifting and thrown into county jail, effectively leaving Sylvia and Jenny alone to fend for themselves. Shortly afterwards, they met up with their school friend Paula Banishevsky and went back to her house to listen to pop records. Back at the house, Gertrude heard Jenny and Sylvia's plight and offered to let the girls stay the night. The next day, Lester Likens tracked down the girls at Gertrude's house. He told them that he and their mother had made up, and when she got out of jail, they were going to travel around the USA on the carnival circuit. He made a deal with Gertrude Banishevsky. She would look after Sylvia and Jenny at her house. In return, he would send her $20 a week. It's a shame here that he didn't take some time to look around Gertrude's house before making the deal. Maybe if he'd seen the squalor and the poverty within, he might not have left his daughters in her care. The first week for Sylvia and Jenny weren't too bad. They enjoyed hanging out with the other children and singing along to Beatles records. Then, when their father failed to send the $20 payment on time, they received their first punishment. Gertrude flew into a rage when the money didn't arrive, screaming, "I took care of you two bitches for nothing." She then dragged them into the bedroom. There she made them lie across her bed while she beat them over their bare buttocks with a heavy wooden paddle. The next week, Sylvia received another paddle beating. She and Jenny had been collecting empty soda bottles and exchanging them for money. Then they used this money to buy candy. When the girls returned to the Banishevsky house with the candy, Gertrude accused them of stealing. Sylvia attempted to explain and received a beating for lying. A short time after that came the third punishment. Gertrude's children came to her to inform on Sylvia's behaviour. They had been to a church social and Sylvia had pigged out on a large amount of food. That evening, as the family sat round the dinner table, Gertrude ordered that Sylvia's hot dog be passed around the table. As it passed each child, they heaped condiments and spices onto the hot dog, then forced Sylvia to eat it. It was so overloaded that Sylvia vomited. As a further punishment, she was then made to scoop up and eat her own vomit. Here we can see the beginning of the escalation. Within a few weeks, things had moved from spanking with a paddle to a bizarre form of humiliation in front of the family. It's also worth noting that this was the first time that Gertrude had involved the other children in Sylvia's abuse. This was a pattern that would continue in the following weeks. During these first few weeks, Lester and Betty Likens visited their daughters twice to check how Gertrude was treating them. Both times, neither girl mentioned the abuse. Presumably they'd been threatened with more beatings if they told. Sometime in early August, the intensity of the abuse increased severely. By now it was almost exclusively directed at Sylvia. Possibly this is because she was so protective of her sister Jenny, so she would step in and take a beating on her behalf. The sudden increase in abuse is thought to stem from a conversation Gertrude overheard where Sylvia mentioned that she'd once laid in bed with a boyfriend. They hadn't really done anything serious. Sylvia's autopsy would later prove that she died a virgin. Gertrude, though, assumed the worst and flew into a violent rage. She dragged Sylvia in front of the other children and told them that she was a prostitute. She said that Sylvia had gotten pregnant because she'd allowed a man to touch her privates. She then kicked her hard in the crotch. Over the coming weeks, Sylvia would receive many more such kicks to the privates. This happened so frequently that her autopsy showed that, as well as being a virgin, her vagina was horribly mutilated and the entrance was almost fused shut. It's been theorized that Gertrude saw her own failed potential in Sylvia. Gertrude, alone, destitute, with her looks withering away, probably felt quite resentful of the attractive and confident Sylvia. This bitterness may have been a motivating factor for the abuse. Personally, I think it has more to do with Paula, Gertrude's oldest daughter. By early August, Paula was heavily pregnant after a fling with a middle-aged man. It may have been that Sylvia acted as a sort of proxy, receiving the anger and abuse that Gertrude wanted to direct at Paula. Perhaps it was a way of absolving her daughter of her own sins by passing the blame onto Sylvia instead. Anyway, shortly after this attack, Sylvia retaliated by spreading a rumour at their school that Paula and her sister Stephanie were prostituting themselves. When Stephanie's boyfriend, Coy Hubbard, found out that Sylvia had started this rumour, he came to the house and gave her a beating. Gertrude witnessed this beating and, instead of putting a stop to it, she encouraged it to continue. From that point onwards, Coy Hubbard was encouraged to visit the house and practice his judo on Sylvia, throwing her against the wall or floor. Over time, Sylvia became a sort of plaything for Gertrude's children and other neighbourhood kids. They would come to the house just to beat her up or torment her in some other kind of way. Sometimes they would push her down the stairs for fun. Gertrude would tell kids that Sylvia had been spreading lies about them and then invite them round to the house to exact their revenge. She would also make Sylvia perform stripteases in front of the other children. Boys would pay 5 cents apiece to see Sylvia strip for them. On at least 2 occasions, she was made to masturbate with an empty Coke bottle in front of a crowd of neighbourhood children. On one occasion, Sylvia needed a sweatsuit for gym class. When Gertrude refused to buy her one, Sylvia resorted to stealing it instead. As punishment, a lit match was held over each of Sylvia's fingertips until the skin blistered. Burning seemed to be a favourite torture for the Banishevskys. After the fingertip incident, any smokers in the house used Sylvia as a kind of human ashtray, extinguishing their cigarettes on her skin. The children would also torment her with lit matches and by throwing cups of scalding water over her. In fact, this was witnessed by a neighbour. Sometime in August, a middle-aged couple named Phyllis and Raymond Vermillion moved in next door to the Banishevskys. After seeing how many children Gertrude was taking care of, they considered hiring her to babysit their own kids.
Yeah. So
They decided to hold the barbecue party in their
You
yard.
could stop it right there. Okay, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
I think I can hear myself in an echo.
Oh, hold on. Hold on, can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I just also hear an echo of myself after I stop talking.
Okay. Yeah, I stopped the video. That's because it's probably that.
Okay, okay. Um, yeah. Okay. I can still hear the echo. Can you hear it?
I can hear.
I'm saying, can you hear that I still have an echo?
No, you don't have an echo. I can hear you very clearly.
Okay, I guess maybe just to me I have an echo. Okay.
It's probably you.
Okay, okay. I was
But
gonna say, I think I'm good with watching the rest of that. That really sounded kind of uh disturbing,
yeah.
but that's very sad. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drop out and I'm gonna join. I'm gonna jump back in. Is that okay?
Okay, you trying to like reboot or something or
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you could hear it. I can hear a huge echo. Basically, it just repeats what I say at 1 second after I say it.
okay. Yeah, I can hear you very clearly on my end. I don't hear like no echo at all.
Okay,
Honestly.
it's probably me.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna drop out and then jump back in.
Okay.
All right, hold on 1 minute now.
Okay. Uh yeah, this is yet I agree. This is yet disturbing. Very very graphic. No, I mean and compose this story, but this is like one of the points where again yeah, this is like really desensitizing like females just mothers alone. This That's like one of the most animalistic heinous things. It's like really barbaric. Um and to be brutally honest, I feel like I wasn't confident enough to compose this story to MGTOW viewers, I guess, but um I was just trying to like be more not in your face or risque or anything. Um, all right, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm back. Oh,
All
I
right,
still hear the echo.
it's probably me then. Hold on. Um, Jesus Christ. Let me see if I turn this.
Do you have more than one microphone?
Hold on, I think it's. Wait.
Testing. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
know it's you. I know it's you. You know how I know it's you?
What's
Look
up?
at the screen and
Yeah.
look at where it says Blind Assassin MGTOW. I'm going to speak, and then immediately afterwards, look at Blind Assassin MGTOW, and you're going to see reverb. Ready?
Okay.
Uh, uh, see it?
You said revert.
Yeah, when I speak and you speak, um, there is a halo effect
Okay.
over the image. Do you see it right now on the screen?
Yeah.
Watch. Uh, uh,
I see it.
yours should not reverb. It's coming from you.
Okay.
Do
Trying
you
to
have
figure out.
do you have
Huh?
two microphones?
Um, I do not. I have it like on my computer, and I have like there's an icon um on my thing.
What kind of microphone are you using?
I'm not using any particular microphone whatsoever. It's just how
You're using
my
your phone?
laptop is presented. Huh?
You're you're using your phone?
I'm definitely not. I'm using my laptop.
Okay.
Let me see. Um, can you still hear that halo or the echo?
Let me try again. Uh Uh, yeah, there's reverb coming from you.
Okay.
It wasn't an issue. It was not an issue when I first called in, but it is now.
Okay. Let me try like muting it. See if it makes a difference. Hold on.
Sure.
Try to as soon as I mute it, see if it's like a difference. All right.
Uh, 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 yeah, there's no reverb now, so we know for sure it's definitely on your end. I don't know. I don't know what it is. At first, I was thinking maybe it's like it's two microphones or two speakers that are too close to each other. Is your speaker close to your microphone or something?
No. I'm trying to adjust my volume. Let me
Oh,
see.
okay.
Maybe I had it too loud, or I don't know.
So what? Now I'm no expert, but
Let me
what it
see.
sounds to me is I'm speaking,
Mhm.
and then my voice somehow is sounding on your end, and then it enters back into your microphone. So it's basically I think it's a reverb.
Okay. Hold on. Let me try stereo audio. I'm not for sure, like, cause I'm on settings right now and trying to figure out should I go to echo cancellation? Uh, would that work?
I don't know.
Uh,
Uh uh oh, that seems to work.
all right. So the echo cancellation worked, right? Cause I checked it.
Yeah, let me try again. Testing testing it looks like yeah, you totally fixed it. You totally fixed it.
All right. Cool. All right.
All right.
Awesome. All right. Hold on. Um, do you want me to continue playing the video, or you want me to stop it
No.
right there?
No, that's what I was going to say. That was a very interesting case study, assassin. But I don't know. I don't know if we need to. It just seemed very sordid. Very the details are very lurid. It sounded very weird. I mean, we can if you want to, but I prefer if we don't.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I get it. You clearly that's yet another case study of the fact that women can become jealous of other women, and they can start exacting some sort of twisted version of what they think is, I don't know, justice or comeuppance or really that was just child abuse though.
Yeah, I totally agree. Um, yeah, it
Where
was, huh?
where did you hear of that case study, assassin?
Well, actually, I just been like, it's been a while because I've just been like going through videos about like, just women at those times, been, messing like just, it was just so like so disgusting, like back in the '60s. Um, like hearing cases like that, and I just came across to it and like seeing like a lot of like murders been like taking place where around the tri-state area I live in, which is the Midwest, of course, and
I actually forgot where you live. Where do you live?
Ohio.
Ohio. Okay.
Yep.
What part of Ohio? Like Dayton?
Cincy.
Oh, okay, Cincinnati. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and it's just one of the indications where like kind of had like a light bulb towards my head. Um, that I wanted to do a video about it. And I don't know, I
Sure.
felt like I was like semi confident doing it because it was just like should I go there with this? And like I want to keep and plus the time duration of it since it's like 30 minutes. But I'm trying to like keep it more or less if people have like a short attention span just in case.
Oh, well, I tell
So,
you what, if you really want to, finish it, you can. I was just feeling disturbed by it ultimately. Like essentially, I'm in the, like a sort of like a light mood, kind of in a happy mood, light mood, and that just seemed really, really depressing and sad. But yeah, you could, I suppose, if you really want to, you can continue playing it. Is that what you want?
um, I can play it. Yeah, definitely. If yeah, hold on, I'm about to go into this tab real quick.
Okay.
I think that's why there is no echo. I knew I was right originally because I did check the echo cancellation, and I
Yeah,
don't know. It's yeah. Go ahead.
whatever you did, it worked perfectly. The echo is completely 100% gone. It's totally fixed.
Okay. Now
So
I was wondering because I know I did it right. And I checked it off subconsciously. Then and people just having problems, like having
yeah,
like
that's all right.
a different tone. So
Yeah, that's all right. I'm more interested in how in you. How have you been? I've been following your channel for, well, I don't know. I've been following your channel for years, 3 years, 4 years. I forget how long your channel is. I've been always. It's nice that I finally have an opportunity to speak with you. Um, I've been. I think I've been trying to push you into to trucking.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
you did. Yeah, like I'm still like having thoughts about it. I'm actually doing good. Like I said earlier in my life, I'm going through like the sinus infection. You know, it's just this time of season. But I'm
right,
taking like
right,
medicine. Huh?
right. Yeah, I think it was in your most recent video. You were saying you're having a real hard time with your sinus cavities or something.
Uh, yeah, it's been a while. I couldn't recall because I've been like really exhausted, and then when I get exhausted, I just don't remember anything I can recap. So like I've been like working a lot. So and
What kind of work? What kind of work are you doing these days?
just warehouse,
Good.
associate, yeah, like forklifting operation or what have you.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's good. That's good. That's
yep,
really good.
yeah, and been doing that since a year now, so I been very beneficial. Um,
Yeah, yeah. And forklift guys, they make not as good as truckers, but they make some coin. They make some good money.
oh, very good. Yeah, we should get like a fluctuation of a pay raise next year,
Yeah.
and my anniversary is like on in April, so mine's just passed. But yeah. Uh, how you been? I'm about to click on the tab, but go ahead.
I've been all right. I've been all right. I'm working like a dog. I also work out of a warehouse, as you know. I'm a trucker,
Okay. Mhm.
and I work in a suburb of Chicago,
Mhm.
and I've been trucking now with this same company for 2 years.
Gotcha.
Um, and yeah, I'm finally making some good coin, and um, yeah. So I've been subscribed to your channel for at least, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years. And I thought I remember a couple years ago you were struggling with finding a job and you needed money, and um, so I thought I remember I was trying to get you into considering trucking.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha.
What's your
Yeah. I see. Huh?
what's your living situation now? You still living with your folks, or you on your own, or what's going on? How old are you, by the way? You're 30?
32. But like I'm living on
32.
my own officially. I definitely living by myself.
Oh, you're living on your own now. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Been a year.
Okay.
So
Before then, you were living with your mom, your dad.
my mom. Then I was living with like my friend. Um, yeah, I was like kind of like homeless in a sense. But uh, by the grace of God, though, like I got out of it, and here I am, just living by myself and just talking to you. So it gonna get any better.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's great, man. That's great.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Hold on, I'm about to wait. Me try this. Adjust the camera.
Sure.
Not adjust the camera, but trying to share a screen. Okay. Let me see. Get this tab out the way. All right, we got. Well, I forgot to tell you, we're only like 20 minutes in the making of this video. So,
Yeah. No, it's all right.
um,
It's all right. If you want to play it up, go ahead.
yep. Before I play this, I'm gonna say YouTube fair use is not my copy. So,
The Banishevskys to get to know them. At some point during the party, Phyllis noticed Sylvia had a black eye. Inquiring how it had happened, Paula proudly announced that she had done it. Then, as if trying to impress the Vermilions, she fetched a cup of boiling water and threw it in Sylvia's face whilst Gertrude watched on approvingly. Needless to say, the Vermilions didn't employ her babysitting services, but neither did they report the incident to the authorities. A similar incident happened several weeks later when Phyllis Vermilion visited the Banishevskys to borrow something. She saw Sylvia walking round in a dazed state with swollen lips and a black eye. Again, Paula announced that she had done it before picking up a leather belt and whipping Sylvia in the face. Once again, Phyllis failed to report the incident to anyone outside the family. At some point in early October, Sylvia wet the bed. This could have been a result of the constant beatings to her crotch and stomach making her incontinent, or perhaps she was so psychologically scarred that she was reverting to an infantile state. Either way, Gertrude decided that she was no longer fit to live with the rest of the family. She now had to live in the filthy basement with the family's dog. From here on out, the abuse somehow got even worse. She was no longer allowed out of the house to attend school. Most of the time, she was simply kept naked in the cellar. There was no toilet down there, meaning she had to defecate on the floor. There was also no bed, so she had to sleep in her own filth. Quite often, she was tied up in uncomfortable positions, like being tied by the wrists from the staircase so she could only reach the floor with her tiptoes. She was also subjected to prolonged starvation and dehydration. Sometimes she wouldn't be fed for days on end. When they did feed her, it was in some cruel or degrading way, such as forcing her to eat spoiled food out of the garbage can. Sometimes she would have to earn the right to eat by cleaning the basement first. Cleaning the basement involved eating the feces that had accumulated on the floor. They also made her collect her own urine in a container, then drink it. On one occasion, they smeared the contents of a baby's diaper into her mouth. It was around this time that a local boy named Richard Hobbs started to hang out at the house. He would help out with their treatment of Sylvia. Hobbs was a mild-mannered honor student with no history of criminality or violence. After he started hanging out at the Banishevsky residence, his demeanor changed drastically. He loyally obeyed anything that Gertrude told him to do, eagerly participating in the abuse. It's been speculated that Gertrude was in a sexual relationship with this 14-year-old boy, and that's why she was so easily able to manipulate him. On a daily basis, sometimes multiple times a day, Sylvia would be subjected to a particularly nasty treatment. According to Gertrude, she was an unclean girl both physically and spiritually, and she needed to be cleansed. Gertrude, Paula, and Richard would tie up Sylvia by the wrists and ankles, then drag her into the bathroom. The bath would be filled with scalding hot water, and Sylvia would be dunked screaming into it. When they were done, they would pull her out of the bath and scrub her blistered flesh with handfuls of salt. If at any time she passed out from the pain, Gertrude would bang Sylvia's head against the wall to revive her. There was actually an opportunity for rescue during this period. A few weeks before she had been locked in the basement, Sylvia encountered her older sister Diana in a local park and told her of the horrors occurring inside the house. At first, Diana assumed she was exaggerating, but later decided to visit the Banishevsky house to check for herself. This was around October the 1st, about 5 days before Sylvia was first thrown into the cellar. When Diana arrived at the house, Gertrude told her that she didn't have permission to visit her sisters and that she would be arrested for trespassing if she tried to enter. A couple of weeks later, and by this time the very worst of the abuse was happening, Diana met Jenny in a park. Jenny simply said that she wasn't allowed to speak to her and ran away. It would later be revealed that Gertrude had told Jenny that she would join her sister naked in the basement if she spoke to anyone about what was happening. Concerned, Diana called social services and they visited the Banishevsky house to check on Sylvia. Gertrude informed them that Sylvia had been kicked out of the house for being a prostitute, and so no further action was taken. On another occasion, a boy named Michael Monroe phoned in an anonymous report to his high school saying that there was a girl covered in open sores living in the Banishevsky house. The school sent a nurse round to check it out, but they were sent away with the same story, that Sylvia had been kicked out of the house for being a prostitute. Again, no further action was taken. Towards the end of October, after weeks of starvation and torture in the basement, Sylvia was brought upstairs and tied to the bed. Gertrude told her that she could live upstairs with the rest of the family if she could make it through one night without wetting the bed. By this time, Sylvia was completely incontinent. The next morning, when Gertrude found that Sylvia had wet the bed, she was beaten and forced to do another striptease and masturbate with a Coke bottle in front of the family. Then she was thrown back into the cellar. Later that day, Gertrude ordered that Sylvia once again be brought out of the basement and tied down in the kitchen. Gertrude walked into the kitchen with a large sewing needle. She said, "You've branded my daughters, so I will brand you." With a lit match, she heated the sewing needle until it glowed red, then slowly carved the letters I and M into Sylvia's belly. She then passed the needle to Richard Hobbs and told him to continue the carving. Sylvia would have the phrase, "I'm a prostitute and proud of it," burned into her flesh. Gertrude even wrote it down on a piece of paper so Hobbs could get the spelling right. With the branding completed, Gertrude left the house to fetch some groceries. Richard, Paula, and Shirley took Sylvia back down to the basement and tied her to the stair rail. Evidently not satisfied with the abuse they'd already dished out, they decided Sylvia needed another brand, a large S on her chest. This stood for either slave or Sylvia. Later, during questioning, they couldn't really decide which. They got a large metal hook and heated
Oh
it
my god.
until it was hot
All
enough.
right, come on, man. Come on, man. You want to keep watching this, man? This is a house of horrors, man.
Yeah. Oh man, this is like Clockwork Orange from hell.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, this
this is worse. this is worse than, Clockwork Orange. This is real. That's a real case. This is I get it. I get it. You want to continue with this or
Yeah, I mean, no, like it's been, yeah, this is like very, very graphic. I mean, minus they showing the actual pictures and stuff, and I seen the pictures on Google personally, and it's very,
so
really,
so
really horrendous and scary, man.
so let me guess. I mean, they essentially abused her so much that eventually they killed her, right?
Yes, yes, they actually deleted her. She died. Um,
Right, from
and
probably all the abuse and all the wounds and all the burns and all, who know, yeah,
yeah,
you probably
I mean,
got infected with dysentery or cholera. Yeah, right, I get it. I get it. I mean,
yeah, I
so
wish this video was. Go ahead.
yeah, no, so I'm sorry, just out of curiosity, what was your goal? What was the why did you want to show this video?
Yeah, that's what I was going at because I was saying before, like I felt I didn't really feel like confident doing this story because it was like, yeah, I mean, you have like the whole thing about her whole intentions of the mother was just really foul, man. Like she was jealous of her looks. Then they brung up the fact that her own daughter was, oh God, had
Pregnant.
impregnated by a middle aged man at that, and
Right, right. So I'm
like
I'm
that was
I'm
just
41. I'm
oh
41. Her
yeah,
daughter, Gertrude's daughter was what? 16, 18?
it's no like had to be like 15 or 16. I
Yeah, yeah.
think
Let's
16.
say 16, let's say
Yeah,
16 or 17. Right.
right.
So, a 16-year-old girl, getting pregnant by, a 45-year-old man. See?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
God.
yeah, I'm no psychologist. However, my 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 parents got divorced when I was young. My father
Mm-hmm.
remarried. My stepmother's mother was a psychoanalyst. She was a medical doctor, and then after that, she went back to get her PhD in psychology.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of psychology involved in this case. Um, and yeah, what this they said there's two possible reasons. There could be even more. First one could be, we saw essentially, this woman Gertrude maybe was almost using Sylvia as like a whipping the whipping boy, as like the person who will be attacked and beaten, mistreated for all of the sins of the family, or her daughter who got pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe Sylvia was young and pretty and Gertrude's getting old and she's feeling jealous and she wants to exact suffering on this girl. Who knows? I mean, you could psychoanalyze this all day long, but the point is, no matter how you slice that, I mean, that's some of the worst child abuse I've ever heard of.
Yeah. That was I think that was I was actually getting at. Um Basically that's, well, of course we all know that's not biologically her child. Is it's just that like the parents drop her off so they can have compensation of their own, then come back. But unfortunately they didn't get their daughter out alive, of course. So like, what's up, Beta Male Police? Um, yeah, like there's like numerous accounts on YouTube that talk about this story, and I'm trying to like make it more plain and simple and like brief, but it was just to a point where like as I'm talking right now, like I just felt like I'm just in my self conscious stage. I'm like, man, like should I play this video for like MGTOW viewers? Um, like, I mean, cause you're ironically Halloween is around the corner. Yeah, we get that, but you
Oh
know,
yeah, well there is that too. No, I wasn't thinking of that. I'm just this is like a scene. This is like a storyline out of Saw, or like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something. Like this is there isn't there wasn't something like that that happened to you, was it?
not. I mean, not at all.
You weren't abused by your mom or anything.
I mean, I was verbally, mostly verbally. Um, I was abused, and it was just like a lot of put downs, but like physically, that caught my attention, of course. But I stopped getting like how like put my hands on like as I started to be in my later teens, but you know, it was just most likely just put downs, obviously. So,
Okay,
um,
but your mother never ties you up to a staircase and burned your fingers off, and you know what I mean. Like, oh my God, that's 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 some of the worst child abuse I've ever heard of.
yeah, like no, my child abuse was not definitely not compared to this. Um, like my mom would never do stuff like that. She'll threaten me with words, and I'll never do it again, of course. But uh, I mean, just like having like moms alone. I mean, of course, their emotions and like they will never go away. I mean, what I'm talking about is their instincts. I mean,
Yeah,
that's their natural inbred, but like I just hate the fact that like my mom had to act this way because I never had a dad in the house. First and foremost, I'll definitely like make a disclaimer here on this live, but
did is it fair to say that your mother was maybe verbally abusive towards you, a lot of slights, a lot of put downs, kind of thing?
yeah, like a lot of slights, and like if I dress a certain way or trying to dress different, then like she look at me funny or weird, and or just thinking basically thinking outside the box, just like any because I was a black sheep. I'll just put it out there.
How many?
And
Well, I thought you were not the only child. I thought you were the only child.
well, I have a sister. I have like an older sister, so it was
Oh, I
like
see.
9 years older than me. But let's
Oh,
just say like my sister, yeah, my sister had the same treatment as my mom. Like, um, my sister would even tell me stories about like how my mom would just treat her, you know, in a
sure.
degrading way. Because my sister is definitely attached to my grandmother because they've been even before I was born, they was like actually together, you know.
I see.
Um Hi y'all from UK. Never heard of this case until a few years ago. But a true despicable crime that's left the scene. Yeah, yeah, and Blair and Beta Male said look like Blair Witch Project. Yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah,
Um
right.
Goodness
That
gracious.
yeah.
I mean, I don't regret, playing this story. I mean, half of it is and half of it is not, but just giving you an idea where, of course, again, like, how the previous generation would act towards that generation at the time. But it is like a very, very ongoing domino effect for sure. And,
Well, let me
okay.
say, I don't think the case of I'm sorry, what was that girl's name? Likens, Sylvia Likens.
Sylvia
The case,
Likens.
the case of Sylvia Likens. Yeah, I don't think the case of Sylvia Likens is exemplary of how parents treated their children. Back in the '60s. I mean, this is that's an extreme case, and that wasn't even the biological mother, and I mean, it's all there, sexual abuse and put downs and slights, and I mean, you throwing scalding hot water on a child, on a teenage girl. I mean, this is beyond. That's pure evil. Keeping her in a basement naked. I mean, you know, it's I don't even know what to say. That's like something out of a horror movie.
Yeah, it totally reminded me of this one movie called it's this Wes Craven movie. It's very old. It's called the God wait, it's the name of it. Not The House on the Left. It was called let me see.
I I don't know. The death
It's
becomes
with
her.
It was with Ving Rhames in it.
Uh,
And you
the
have like
witches
those
of
two actors from Twin Peaks. Uh,
the
let me look
witches
it
of
up.
Eastwick. I have no idea. I have no idea.
No. It was let me- trying to figure out. I'm gonna type it in now. Hold on me. Uh, come on. It was a early '90s movie. Um, yeah, The People Under the Stairs. That's what it reminds me of. It
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
reminded me of that.
sure.
Um,
I'm half the stuff in the case of this woman, Sylvia. What's her last name again? Liskins or something.
Likens.
Likens, like, yeah, the case of Sylvia Likens. I mean, again, that's like something straight out of a horror movie. They're carving into her skin. They're burning her constantly. Razors, making her eat feces. What, you know, this is truly disturbing stuff.
Yeah, this has like gone like way too far. This is like years or prior of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Right,
obviously. But
right. This has got like Chainsaw Massacre written all over it. You got it. You got it.
yeah, like prior to the actual like official release of it type stuff. Um, I'm about to hold on. Y'all can keep talking. I'm about to mute my mic. When you got the floor. So
Yup. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
Yep. Um, I don't know why women keep having children, but the reason why they have children, number one, is because of finances. Well, so much for finances because the way that the government, you know, are ruining things and the elites and the way that this country's going, it's not much resources left to get
Mm.
because I believe maybe next year or the next 5, maybe 4 years, the gov go completely run out of money, and you women are continue to have children. Nah, nah. I would say at this point because stop having children because when you have children, there's no way of taking care of them unless you had to get 5 to 6 jobs, which women won't do. But
Are you talking about in general? Or are you talking about this particular case, the murder of Sylvia
oh,
Pliskins?
overall, overall, I'm mostly talking about Western women that's having children.
Oh, I see.
This happened in the United States. But women will find ways to get money to have a child and then to ruin a child's life or torture the child and do such horrible things. I mean, the man should say to himself, "Dude, that I don't need to be having children." Hold on, just a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Had to cut the alarm on my phone, but anywho, men should not only boycott marriage, they should boycott having children. Having children with these women is not a good outcome. It's not. Men continue to get divorced. Men continue to fail because they deal with Western women. I'm sorry to say it, but they continue to deal with Western women. So, anybody else want to go?
Yeah,
Hey
no, yeah,
Beta,
no,
do
I'm
you want
here.
to speak? What you say?
I'm, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was fearing if Beta wanted to speak, if he want to have the floor.
Yo, y'all hear me?
We
Yeah.
Clearly,
get we
clearly.
hear you.
All right, okay. Hey, salute to everybody in the building, man. Salute to Blind Assassin, Black Pill Daniels, man. Everybody within the Beta Male Police gang. What up? What up? Live free. Uh, hey, man, good topic, Blind Assassin, man. Salute to you. I wanted to kind of, have a conversation about the mothers. When I had joined this conversation, I heard about the parents and the mothers. I want to give you guys like a quick story because I'm also a black sheep. I was the middle child of my family, and my mother. And I know a lot of people say, "Well, your mother didn't beat you that bad, or your mother wasn't abusive," but like verbally, it can really like tarnish a lot of like black males because imagine you had like a little sister, and this is like hypothetical. Imagine if you were big brother, you got a little sister, and y'all playing around and joking, and she falls, and all of a sudden she start crying. No, and the mother come in, and she start whooping your ass. But
Right.
little you know, the little sister is not hurt. She's smiling, and she does this because she know the signals because the mother is going to protect the daughter. I said to say this. I had an abusive mother, and it was basically with more verbal and physical. The way that she used to handle me and my older brother was very abusive. And also, I had to deal with that. But luckily, my father took me in when I was 11 or 12. He sent me on to take care of me because he knew my mother was abusive. You know what I'm saying? So, also, there's a lot of like witchcraft, tarot card readings, and black magic going on with your family. My younger sister does black magic, and also my grandma does it as well. And I just want people to like understand and be aware of it's not just these females, it's not just your friends, it's your family too. Your family, your mother, your sisters, the women in your family, your aunties can do this black magic, these tarot card readings, and they can really tarnish your future because they are so controlling of how you react and respond physically, and then verbally they can beat you down. That's how they try to do me. That's why I had to leave out of Chicago because my
Oh, you're from
mother,
Chicago?
yes, born and raised, man. My
I'm from here.
mother, yeah, man, like my mother and my grandmother, even though my grandma went to church every Sunday, she still did black magic. And my little sister did tarot card readings, and they used to do spells on me, far as like love spells. Uh, I used to have crazy like dreams and like thinking that something would happen to them, and I had like some type of sympathy. Like I had to get away from that shit. So people need to be careful and aware that this shit does happen, and it's happening right now to somebody that's listening. And you need to be aware. That's why I always say live free, not for these bitches, but for your family, because people are doing black magic. They don't understand this shit. When I grew up, I almost became a fucking mortician because the amount of traumatic incidents I had to occur, I was so like just dead within me. I was dead inside, man. And I was a tad bit close of becoming a mortician because I thought that everybody was full of shit when I was like 15 to 16. But the one thing that stopped me from doing that is because I was trash at arts and crafts, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't have a passion for that. But people need to understand that this shit like this, that blind assassin is showing y'all can happen within your household. There's black magic. There's a lot of signs and signals that people don't really get online or YouTube or any social media platforms and intricate this shit. So man, like this is so important. This can happen to anybody, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute up.
If you don't mind me asking,
Right.
how old are you?
I'm right now. I'm 38.
Okay, yeah, I'm 40. Okay, yeah, I'm from
Mm.
Chicago as well. What kind of work do you do?
Right now, I'm doing real estate. I'm a full-time producer, and I'm also a veteran that retired. So I do a lot of work, man.
Oh,
And yeah, as far as like Chicago, I was born and raised in the South and the West Side. The South Side, I was born around like King Drive, Normal,
yep.
Inglewood, and like West Side, I was like K Town, Keela, Cosner, Kildare. Went to Manly
Uh-huh.
High School. Yeah, man. Yeah. So you probably know.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm born and raised in Chicago. Yeah, I'm really sorry.
Oh,
I don't know what to say. I mean, women. I'm really sorry to say this. I don't know what you guys think, but I've been subscribed to Assassin's channel for years. Um, and of course, I know Black Phil Daniels. I've joined many of the streams, and yeah, no, women. I'm telling you, women right now. I'm convinced women are, however you want to look at it, they're in rebellion, or women are trying to usurp our power. Women, we are in a gender war with women. They're trying to control us, and I don't quite know how to stop this. You know, I literally mean it when I tell you, uh, pretty much every single woman in my family wants to throw me in jail. They want to lock me up, but I'm not a criminal. If anything, they're criminals. They're all the stuff we talk about. They're abusive. They lie. They cheat. They steal. It's unbelievable. Um, you know, I don't know. It's all there. You guys know. I'm preaching to the choir. No one's having kids. I'm a white man, or I'm Hispanic. My father was born in Mexico, but I consider myself white, or white Hispanic. White people are not having kids now. Black people, they're not having kids. Um, the Hispanics are coming in. They're the only ones having kids. Western women are crazy. Everything's falling apart. Everything's getting expensive. You know, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
well, to interject, man, the answer is to protect yourself. And like you said before, there's no way to stop this. You have to. That's why, like, my channel is all about the prevention team. We try to prevent things from happening. I don't want guys to learn the law or study the law or child support cases and the health services. The only most important thing we can do is prevent this shit from happening. And the way to prevent it is to make sure that we have the ability to walk away and to protect ourselves if we dealing with any woman. And it's not just women that we sleeping with; it is our family too. It's our cousins, our siblings, our mother. We have
Right.
to protect ourselves and prevent everything from happening because, I mean, you're right. There's no way to stop it, but there is a way and power for us to walk away and have the ability to, preserve our time for other most important things within economics and power and creativity. So that's why that's the things I preach on my channel, man. But no, we can't stop this shit, but we have
You
to.
know, you,
Yeah, go ahead.
I've never heard of your channel. I'm going to look you up. Can you talk for a second? Or please, can you very quickly, can you describe your channel? Are you a MGTOW?
Oh yeah, of course, man. Of course.
Wow, I've never heard of you. What's the name of your channel?
The beta male police, man. Yeah, this look me up, man. The beta male police, my
Beta,
actual name.
beta, beta
Yeah,
male police.
the beta male police. Yep, it's like my name, man. And salute to everybody. I do live streams Monday to Friday. I got a Patreon, because I know, brothers are really intrigued in Black Pill and uh, you know, darker times within their lives, so I can really talk my shit on Patreon. But Monday to Friday, I do a live stream and really try to be entertaining, but also I give the truth within the entertainment. I don't want to be too, Virgo or, too strict on my channel. So I make sure I get like a good balance on YouTube so brothers can also get the message and they can get some entertainment as well, man. So salute to everybody that subscribed, man. For sure.
Yeah.
And of course, you know me as used to be RPD. So I'm Black Bear Daniels. Feel free to subscribe.
Yeah, right. I've noticed that you're no longer red pill, huh?
Yep.
Consider
Had to go
yourself
Black Pill, man. Had to go Black Pill.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute to BPD, man. Yeah.
Blind Assassin is as well. I don't know how. Honestly, I don't know how I got this name. Honestly, man. It just came up and out of nowhere. Honestly, I think being blind is just basically means just introspect, being quiet, being well reserved. And I think basically assassin is just what I'm doing now is just the way I put in my work is just like, you know, A1 or superb. Not trying to say perfections or anything, but just, making points that people don't really see. And that's why I have like the name assassin, of course. Because I see what people don't see. And just being MGTOW and just learn how to relate to things. And like I can just throw things that people don't that never come into light like I'm doing right now. So um I just want people to because I wasn't really confident doing this story to be honest with you, believe it or not. It was just should I do this? Because this story is just like scary. Like this story is like almost 60 years old and like the way they treat this girl was just you know very monstrous and very very gruesome and again like this is like the assassin in me if you will like to pull out stories that like come from the grave um if you will so that I just wanted to share this story but literally thanks to you guys on the panel that brought confidence in me to women to share this story. And it even now talking now, like it did bring some inspiration like to like encourage myself to, talk about stuff. And the way that beta male police was saying about like, he was close to being a mortician, I'm like, man, I didn't even know about this because stuff like to reveal stuff like that, man, like it kind of like just brung a surprise and like the more we know about each other the more that like this deeper and profound bond we have like on the internet it it provides like a better you know distinctive friendship if you will so you guys have the floor.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, man. The reason why I wanted to become a mortician because I didn't think anybody was real. I just felt so dead inside. Like I just felt so intrigued of dead bodies. And even me being a producer, my producer name is GK Beats, which is gravekeeper. Like everybody in my family was passing away. I lost my mom at maybe 13, lost my pops at 19, my cousins and, a couple of aunties. I was around funerals back to back when I was in the military. And I really had no fear of dying. But the reason why I didn't do it because I had a fear of not living my life. And I wanted to always be a speaker of truth, man. I always wanted to speak within the young people, especially the males, because nobody care about them. And like I said before in my channel before, nobody really give a fuck about men until they need them. So I tell men to really live your best life. Stop putting women in the forefront because they're not going anywhere. all you need to do is really stay down to get up. You stay down, you disappear, you be the invisible man for 10 or 15 years within monk mode. So that way you can have a love, like enough time, energy, and to really build yourself up to be the person you are, because women is never going anywhere. So once you keep yourself down, now you have leverage options and you have power and creativity far as like your craft and skill of trade. Now you have the options to get the women that you actually want and not what you settle for. And that's a whole other topic, because a lot of men, especially black men, are just settling for, like, fat women, big women, and they bragging and pandering to YouTube, talking about they get it for free. And that's why I teach as well. Well, the only thing you getting for free is shooting down your low self-esteem, your own esteem. And people need standards, man. We need to kind of take care of ourselves first. And my last thing is all these rappers like Tupac, everybody, all these like NBA players talking about, oh, I'm gonna get my mother a whole mansion. I'm gonna take care of my mom. What about the stepfather that took care of you? What about your dad that took care of you? They are never in the picture. That's why nobody care about men until they need them. Everybody always targeted and red carpet the mother. Nobody talk about the father. Nobody talk about the stepfather that brought this child on or took this child to practice or this man to practice to get that stature. But we always talk about the mother. On my mother. Oh man, I will beat you the F up on my mother.
What you
So
talk
that's
about my
like
mother?
emotional thinking, where we say, well, it don't matter if we have a black queen mother, we still gonna take her out of the hood and give her a mansion when she don't even deserve the shit. And we know that the only reason why she struggled is because she get clout for it. But what if a father struggle? Where's the mother? Oh, you a failure in this world. So this is why my channel is strictly for men and men only, because we always are invisible men into what women needs men. So I tell people to build yourself up and strive for greatness, and women are going nowhere, and all women are the same and live free. And I still get attacked, but I'ma still preach this message because I know I'm helping people out, and I got numerous of messages, emails, and I'm gonna keep doing my thing, man. So I just want men to know that get yourself, man. Hey, be the selfless person ever. Be selfish. Take care of yourself first, and hey, man, fuck everybody else, man. Your family, your friends, everybody is hoes. You take care of you, and you
You
make
know,
sure you live the best life of you, and then you get to other people if they reciprocate the energy, man. That's all I want to say.
yeah, no, that's well said. Yeah, I'm sorry to say it, but I basically agree with everything you just said. I think we live in a completely gynocentric society. I think what is it, 80% or 85% of all what's it called, disposable, is it disposable income, is spent either on by women, by buying shit themselves for themselves, or men buying stuff for women. Our whole economy, our whole society is geared towards women and giving women what they want. The economy is all about giving women what they want. People can say, women are good for the economy, but you got to ask yourself, is the economy good for humanity? And I say it's not. Um, I think we live in a very gynocentric society, and most men don't even know it. You said it yourself. If a basketball player, he becomes rich, he buys his mom a McMansion, but he won't even buy his dad a car, if he even knows his dad, if he's even met his dad. And we know why, right? Because the mothers lie, and they say, oh yeah, no, he was abusive, so I had to get away. No, 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 she didn't have to get away. She ran him off. She ran him off. And then the daughters and the sons, they're raised with no father figure, and then all the problems that come with that. The girls, they get into drugs. They get married. I'm sorry, they don't get married. They have children out of wedlock, right? The young men, they they get in trouble with the law. They get a gun charge. They they fall into depression, they start using drugs, they drop out of high school, they get in the prison system, and you know where's it all coming from? It's all coming from the women. Women run our society. You guys agree with that?
Absolutely. Everything is in favor of the women. Men keep pandering to women. Men keep kissing their ears. Men keep saying, women are great workers. Women are, great bosses. When in essence, the man built the world. When in essence, the man's supposed to have authority over the women. When in essence, all you see these women on construction sites, these tough jobs, they do less and still get paid more than men. Now, how's that?
I think I think at the very top of society, I think that men are still in control, and that is to say, I think that you can call them whatever you want, the elites, whatever, the Illuminati, the New World Order, I think the people at the very top are still men. I think they're mostly white men, and I think a lot of them are a certain type of religion of men or of people. I'll leave it at that. Um, but I think they try to create a society where at the bottom the women run everything, and that's where we are. I mean, unless I'm confused, I don't think you guys are millionaires and billionaires, are you? I know I'm not.
Well, um, mine ain't a beta male police because yes, women do run a world right now, and that's facts. Because these betas, it's all these simps and betas. If just think about it, you will never see a woman billionaire or a woman millionaire if it wasn't for divorce. So you got
Right,
these
right, right.
simps and you got men that's becoming safety nets and Easter baskets for these women. So now these women can run free, create OnlyFans, and still get married within the public eye or within court. And you got simps and beta males only comments, oh, you look good. Oh, you sexy. Oh, you everything. Then shut the fuck up. And I'm just like, so me, I'm just like, well, what brings to the men that have to work, strive 9 to 5s, 40, 50K an hour, really working from the bone and the gristle, people in the military, 12 on, 12 off, 24 hours a day. And you got women, all you got to do is bend over, create easy content, streamers, Twitch streamers.
Right.
It's unfair as fuck. So
Right,
now we looking at everything within the granocracy because it's these simps and these betas that taking over the world, not these women. But including the betas, yes, women rule the world because of them. And this is why my name is Beta Male Police, man.
Okay, if that's the
One,
case, and I
one,
agree with you.
one question.
Oh yeah,
What
go ahead. I'm
happened?
sorry.
What happened if Kamala win? What happened if she win as president?
Then we're just gonna go more and more into socialism, more and more into single mommy barrios, more and more illegal immigration, more and more socialism. Basically, things are just gonna get worse and worse.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, you know what though? Hey, y'all right. I want her to win. I want Kamala to win and see.
So you're an accelerationist. You want to see it collapse. The faster the
I
better.
exactly. Yes, yes. I want her to win, and I want to see how good of an economy that's going to be in the forefront when she be president. That's the only reason why I want her to win is to see how much that she can really sweep up far as like economics, power, the migrants, far as like the debt ratio, even though women is the forefront of that shit with student loans and credit card debt. I want her to be president and see how she can establish to be a leader of the United States. So let her win and let's see what she's gonna do. Because more than often it's gonna be worse. And if it get worse and worse, I'm moving to the goddamn DR, got my passport. I'm already looking at places outside of the country. So I'm out of here. God damn it.
Yeah, of all the places I would consider moving to or expating to, the Dominican Republic is definitely one of them. In fact, what's his name? Not what was it? I think it's red pill in the wind. I told him before, let's let him and I let's go. Let's go to the Dominican Republic. And I don't know. He's like, no, no, it's not. It's gonna be bad, and I don't speak Spanish, and da 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 da. And I told him, no, you don't get it. You'll be seen as the rich American over there, and the weather's perfect, and they're more traditional,
Man, facts, man. You don't need to speak Spanish when you got power, which is equals money. And me, I do speak Spanish. I do know some Spanish to survive, far like survival tactics. But when you got power and money over there, you don't need to speak nothing but English. You be good to go, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I've been making MGTOW content for years, and I try to talk to I try to spread this message to everyone. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I think like, oh man, it's becoming real popular, and it is. It is. It's how we talk, the terms that we use. You just use the word gynocracy or hitting the wall or all the terms that we use. They've become real popular. I see them now on the television, on the radio. At the same time, it's like, what's the ultimate goal? I I think the ultimate goal is political change. I really think that but the problem is I don't know how to get there. How do we change things back? How I mean,
Man, that's a good question though. Me, um, I say just detach from all this shit and take care of yourself. Live free, prevent all of this, uh, retain all of your resources. Don't help none of these hoes out. Your family need to go as well. And we need to
so
just take
so
care of
so let
yourself.
it all burn. So really, what
Exactly.
you're saying, you're talking like, what's his name? Like Kingy. Have you ever heard of Kingy MGTOW?
Nah, I never heard that name.
Oh no,
Nah.
oh no. Okay, he's an older guy. Yeah, he openly and publicly says he's a separatist. He says that men, he says that MGTOW men constitute a silent order of men, and we are essentially separatists. We separate ourselves from society. We know that it would be nice to be a part of society, to go and see your aunties or your mom or whoever, all the girls, but they're so toxic. It's actually better to stay away from them for your safety, for your money, for your safety, for your emotional health. You go around them, they make you feel like shit, and then it takes 3-4 days to clear, to get your mind right after you've seen them because they're so abusive. He says it's gotten to the point where we need to ghost totally, like all the time.
Hey, I agree. 100%. I agree. And the reason why I agree is because think about it. If you take away the man, if you take away all marriages, where's the money? If you take
Right,
away
right,
all jewelry and all wedding rings, where's the
right,
money? All
right.
flowers,
Without that,
chocolate, yeah,
all of it.
candies. Where's the money?
Houses,
It's coming from
cars.
us. Yeah, cars. Okay, so women always say, "Well, we are the forefront, or we are the leaders of real estate." A majority of that shit is because of divorce, because of the man. So if all men would say, "I'm going to take away all my resources. I'm going to stay single. I'm going to live free, no cohabitation, no kids, no marriage," the world is doomed. The society is doomed because now there's no money coming in there, and even not working is that's a whole other topic. But if all men would say, we are done, we do not want to get married no more because the laws will never change, we're not having kids no more because we're getting alienated on child support, DNA, um allegations and all this because of scam, we done with that. We done divorce. We done with prenup to get thrown away. We seen men delete themselves. We seen men getting alienated. We seen men can see their kids. We all done. So if basically 80% of men say we're done, the world is effed because it's a man's world, and the simps is the only men or the men that's still within that blue pill uh like-minded thinking, because you had to bump your head once, or you got to put your hand on the stove once to, feel the burn. It's only them left because everybody else is lingering towards MGTOW, red pill. Even the older red pill guys like Big John MGTOW, Patrice O'Neal. We got a lot of brothers, man. Tom Likens. I know he never mentioned he was winning the space, but he actually are. If them brothers were to consume that content, then where is the money coming from? It's coming from men. So if 80% of men basically say, hey, we are done, we want to confiscate our resources and we want to live free, we want to invest into ourselves, the world is through it, man.
Yeah, I guess I agree with you, but it's like, to what end? So what does that mean? So, you know, so so no one's gonna have kids anymore. So in 100 years, what? America is 90% Hispanic. There's very very few whites. There's very few blacks. We just become part of Mexico. It's what it, men we all just leave and go to the Dominican Republic and Southeast Asia. And I mean, I
Well,
understand what you're saying. I take more of the view of, like, it's almost like a boycott. Like, men are even even unwitting even like yeah even unwittingly, we're boycotting this system because we inherently know that it's unjust. There's injustice towards us. I think the end I think the end result I think the end game is political change. That's really what we want. Men, we don't want to be slaves. We want to be treated. We get. I mean,
hey, can I
uh,
ask you something, MGTOW Cowboy?
yeah, yeah, I'm here.
have have you ever been to the Dominican Republic?
No, no,
Okay,
I've been
have you
to Mexico and Spain.
okay, you've been to Mexico and Spain. Have you ever dealt with any men telling you that their women is not on program as well, as far as like Mexico and Spain?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't understand you. What's that?
Have you, when you went to Mexico and Spain, have you ever encountered a male that's telling you their women is not on the same game plan? Have you ever heard that before?
I think I understand you. What I would say to that is, I have a lot more experience with, like, Mexican culture. My dad was born in Mexico, and, like, I speak Spanish. He speaks Spanish. Hispanics or Mexicans are more traditional. You know what I mean? Where, like, the man kind of keeps the woman in line. The man is still, like, the head of the household kind of thing.
Okay, okay. The reason why I ask you, because it's not just the US, it's global. A lot of
Right.
men are going towards the direction of just keeping their resources. Even me being in the DR for 8 or 9 times, the Dominican men would go over to Colombia because the
No way.
Dominican, yeah, man, like the Dominican said women is too expensive for them. So they go to Colombia for a cheaper woman. The
Wow.
Colombians is their women more expensive, said women that go to Venezuela. So it's trickling down in the whole
Right.
entire universe. That's what I'm saying. It's not just the US, it's globally.
Right.
Everything is practicality, far as like trickling down to everywhere. Far as like the South America, Africa, everywhere. So everybody having issues. But there's people that still within the 10 or 20% that haven't bumped their head yet, that's about to get their resources taken. And this is why I tell people have to learn, because when a man in love, he not gonna listen to one word or letter that you say. He had to bump his head. Even as
Right.
she have to learn. She have to contract herpes. She have to go through a traumatic breakdown or getting cheated on, people won't. They need to bump their head first. So those are like the maybe 20 or 30%. But the other percent of a lot of people in society, they've been through it. 30 and up, 30 plus and up. They want to establish more resources. There's women that's 30 and plus and up that still want the same treatment that they were when they was 15 or 18. That princess treatment. So the whole world is crumbled, man. Like it's everywhere, dog. You know?
Yeah, I haven't left the states. I haven't um I haven't traveled outside the United States since I think 2011. I can't believe how long it's been. Time flies. I haven't been out of the country in over 10 years. Um, but yes, I'm hearing reports of this. I'm hearing reports of what you just said, like what is it? Every man has a story. There's a whole bunch of website or there's a whole bunch of channels I listen to, and I'm starting to hear this, like even in Southeast Asia, even in like these once really, really um I don't know what you want to call it, like male friendly societies like Thailand or the Philippines. I hear feminism is kind of creeping in, and you'll start to hear these young girls, just out of nowhere, they'll say something like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm strong and independent." It's like, what? Where did you hear that? But they're all walking around with a cell phone. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I guess I pretty much agree with everything you just say. I'm at this I am at a stage in my life. I tell all the young men, or any man, but especially men who are younger than me, men in their 30s, especially, you know, obviously men in their 20s too. Um, we are in a gender war, just out and out. I mean, gender war. Women are literally out to get us. Women literally see us as the enemy, and they are constantly moving towards um, legislating us into a second class status, and to just voting themselves good government jobs, while at the same time taxing the men pay most of the taxes. They want to tax our money. They want to redistribute it to themselves. they it's like they're trying to impose a worldwide gynocracy. I almost look at it like that. So what I tell men, and of course, I'm not advocating violence. I'll say that right now. I've said this before. I'm not advocating any sort of violence. What I tell men is that we essentially need to start forming secret societies, very similar to like the Masons. You've heard of the Freemasons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, you know, you could think of them as just friendly associations, like the Rotary Club or something, or um, the Masons. Um, Men need to start. I don't know. I don't even know. I have this idea that men need to start becoming politically active, and if they can't do it publicly, I think we're gonna have to start doing it, like, I don't know, behind the scenes or something. I don't even know. I'm not really in a panic yet, but I sort of have this idea that we are starting to become second class citizens everywhere we go, and this whole idea that I'm gonna expat to the Dominican Republic, and then you're telling me, well, it's getting so bad in the DR. The guys in the DR, they're expatting to Colombia. Guys in Colombia, well, you know what? We got a day trip over to Venezuela. Is it will there be any place left? In 10 years, in 20 years, who knows, man? I don't know.
No. I'm gonna say this one quick thing. I'm gonna BPD take over, man. Like I said, man. I never been to Brazil. I want to travel because I'm a huge fan of traveling, and people tell me in Brazil it's a lot of feminism going on. Everything, as far as like Twitter, everybody have social media. So I mean, there is no safe place to go because everything has already been tarnished. It has been tampered with. What men need to do is keep it simple. They need to bump their heads. Once you learn your mistake, you need to get back in the field, get a skill, a trade, invest into either stock or crypto if that's your thing. You need to make sure that you have an emergency fund within 12K and up. You need to make sure that you are focusing on yourself. You take away your family. All right, cut off your family. That and like that's a huge thing I always preach because people always call me and tell me about issues with their mom and their dad. I'm like, listen, if they're not reciprocating the same energy, if they're not on the same playing field, you need to cut them off completely. Not just women, your
But when
friends and
you
your
but when
family. You got to make
but,
sure. What's up?
but when you say that though, I'm sorry to interrupt you. And I essentially I agree with you. What you mean when you say that is essentially is your own family is working against you. Is that what you're saying? They're not on your team. They're not looking out for your
Yes.
best interest. The women in your own family they're trying to use you. They're trying to get you to serve them. They've got they're trying to get you used to the idea that they can just treat you any old way and you got to put up with it. Maybe if they had a bad day, they gotta shit all over you, and you gotta just accept that. Is that what you're kind of saying?
Let me give you one scenario and then black people down you got it. Okay, so MGTOW Cowboy, right? So that's your name, right? So what if
Yeah.
you are my cousin, right?
Okay.
All right. So just say we cousins. So say for instance, I call you and I say, hey, MGTOW Cowboy, man. Hey man, we cousins, man. Hey man, like we cool. Hey man, you got how you doing by the way, man? Everything good with you? Everything straight? The family good? I haven't heard from you in 3 years, man. I was wondering, man, since we family, I was wondering if you can loan me $150, man. I'll pay you back, man, because we family, man. Like if I called you and said that to you, what's the key words that will be like, okay, yeah, we are family. I will give you the 150. See, family uses this blood thicker than water because they trying to manipulate you just because we're family. Family doesn't mean you automatically can get a loan from me. That doesn't mean family. You are taken away from me. You're not reciprocating. And I
Mm.
know there's people in this panel, the family members always call you when they need something. So them type of family members need to be burned completely forever. Because if they never paid you back, if they never reciprocated anything that you was doing, you need to cut them off. Girlfriends, wives, family members, friends, loved ones. You got to take care of yourself out here because when you go down, people will treat you like you're dead. You are now within the mortician table. You no longer exist until they need you. That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah. I think that's just another way of saying that they just use men. They just use us. When everything's good, they don't even need you. Screw you. They can't even bother to call you. But if something goes wrong, if someone needs, a couple $100 to get bailed out, or something going on, all of a sudden, maybe they give you a call. Maybe, hey, we're family now. Yeah, they just use men. We're constantly used.
To think about it, you know, women do use men, but that's their game plan. See, women have a game plan to screw man over financially, whether it's alimony, whether it's working a 9 to 5, whether it's working making $30 an hour, $50 an hour. Women have a game plan not only to screw men over, but to have that as their lifestyle, and they have been doing it for decades and decades. So us as men, we need to have a game plan to, I hate to say it, but to screw them over. How do you do
But
that? How do you do that? I'm sorry. How do you do that? Don't give them no money. Women need to get up and work. If they don't like their job, keep that job and let them depend on themselves. Women say they don't need no man. They strong and independent. So if you strong and independent and you making more money on your job, that means you don't need our money. You don't need our help. And women got everything they have everything, which means they should learn how to build like men. They should learn how to, I don't know, drive like men. Women are not good drivers, by the way. Women should learn how to do everything on their own without men. So at the end of the day, men are by themselves. We got to do everything by ourselves. And if women do help, it's not appreciated, or it's just like, you know, I just want to help you out so she can be compensated. Now that you look at it, go ahead.
That's facts, man. Facts.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. I mean, us as men, especially blue pill man, leave these women in the dust, leave them behind, because in the next 50 years or so, maybe 100, these women still won't care about us.
I agree. I agree, man. Blind assassin, man. You got it, man.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Um, yeah, I have to admit though, I can admit my test one of my testimonies to beta male. I did talk to him like a couple of times about my situation. He just mentioned about family members like using me and stuff, and um, I mean, prime example be for one, my mom asked me. She texted me actually, and she was talking about like want me to get together with her and so she can add me to her bank account. And like I mean I'll say it, like I didn't text back, but I did ignore the message because I financially I've been like violated. I'm just gonna put it out there. And I just felt dead, felt depressed, and I think that's what MGTOW Cowboy was saying about, because I couldn't really do anything, man. Like I couldn't travel. Like I was just stressed out, like angry eternally. Um, Basically, I couldn't do like anything like as an adult would, because everybody was like having a good time, and even like during like the after like 2020 and stuff. I mean, till now I can actually do it. I went to like down south for the first time, in Miami. And you'll be surprised like how many people visit Florida and never went to Miami. So I thought that was a really surprising thing I ever did for myself. Now, I traveled by myself, obviously. I don't want nobody to piggyback ride me, and like I it's just like when you travel with people alone, you just start to deal with like um basically personality clashes. Like, let me borrow this from you, and you want to go somewhere, you can't go to that particular um place, and it's just like it's just gonna grow into like fighting words, and you know, and I just didn't like want to take people with me, especially like my my mom, because it's gonna turn like to this like mother husband type of vibe. So it was just like, nah, like, cause I don't like being attached. That's the point. I do not like being attached. Even when I was a kid, like even like when people around my age and still are interested in sex, like I wasn't interested in sex. I was a real different kid, and I'm still different now. So nothing had really changed about me. Um, like I was just into like Animal Planet, just like typical kid stuff. I mean, yeah, you have like clashes with like the opposite sex. We get that. I mean, but at the same time though, like I was just like into nature. I mean, like just by watching Animal Planet, just inspired by like what's beautiful besides humans. Um, just like we said in this panel, just be a separatist. Like that's why I've been like real detached from society at a very, very early age. Um, so like welcoming brothers on this panel, or like any person that's in the MGTOW community, or any related, uh, you know, set or organization. I won't even say MGTOW is an organization. It's just a lifestyle, and I've been saying that for quite a while. So, um, yeah, like I just definitely love you guys, man. Like, um, real life bros in the virtual world, but um, more than happy to meet you guys someday physically. Uh, yeah, but Mind Assassin will never die with all this content I made. And I'm not, because I came a long way. I really came a long way. So anybody can speak.
For sure, man. Salute to Blind Assassin, man. Uh, man, for real, man. I always make content, definitely, because every time that I don't make content, I'm looking for you people in the panel to make content, and so I can, tune in. Uh, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I'm about to enjoy my night. Tomorrow's Indigenous Day or Columbus Day, what people call it. I didn't even know that it was a holiday tomorrow because the times have been moving so fast. I'm like, what? We are in the middle of October already. So,
Right.
just yeah. So I'm, about to, get a couple of drinks, man, play some fight night. Uh Undisputed on my PC, man. I'm about to chill, have a good time, man. But I do want to salute to everybody in the panel, everybody in the chat. I want everybody to make content. I want people to understand that men need to focus on them. You need to make sure that you break away from everything that's keeping you away from your dreams, from your aspirations. Me, I never thought in a million years that I would be on YouTube making content, but I always been like a helper. I wanted to spew out information and knowledge to everybody, not just the younger crowd. I wanted to make sure people can live free. You are free out here. You're not an inmate. You're not a prisoner. You need to stop acting like you are. Everything out here within the public is free. As far as like you can get a skill, man, you can get some more money. You can stay out of these court systems. You can keep your money to yourself. No kids, no wife, no girlfriend. You can just rent them out. You can fix some binds, tap on some shoulders, put hands
Yeah.
on knees. You know what I'm saying? So women not going nowhere. Always make sure that you take care of yourself first. Wealth is health. I always say take care of your, make sure you're working out at least once, twice a week. um, Make sure that you staying active because when you become older like me, I'm 38. Uh, it does become difficult, but for me, I do work out at least once, twice a week. I have 4 turtles to deal with, 2 75-gallon tanks I have to empty out and clean once a week, and that takes about 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? So I just love it, man. I just love my life. I'm in a 3 bedroom house, man. Uh, all is well, man. Like everything is good. I'm still learning myself, and I want everybody to make content. I want y'all to tell other people your stories, man, so people can learn from what you dealt with or the traumatic incident that you had dealt with. So that way, everybody can learn from it. There's people that's 17, 18, 19 in my channel that always tell me, man, thank you. And I'm like, man, like, you're welcome. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just make me to make more content, man. I don't care about the money, I don't care about the views. I care about changing somebody's life because that one person you're gonna change their life, they will end up becoming a millionaire, billionaire, and they will never forget you, man. So men are here by ourselves, man. We got to deal with it. We need to stop helping out these slores, these 304s. We need to stop helping them out. Stop getting married. Stop cohabitating. Stop making kids. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like just protect your own assets and your revenue and your resources, man. Everything will be good. Make sure you stay consistent with everything you're doing. But man, with that being said, man, salute to everybody in the building, man. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Y'all my brothers, man. So I'm out of here, man. Y'all take care, man.
You
All
too,
right, take care.
Gator.
Salute.
Yeah. It was a pleasure to speak with you. I'm definitely going to look into your channel.
Appreciate it, man. Salute to all of y'all, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no, I can just piggyback off of it. Yeah, like I can relate because I've been like not only been verbally degraded by my mom, but like the outer forces of like people wanting to test you and being overly curious of your life, of like you're a virgin, and like like people just like be like very reprimanded, and like or instead of like avoiding the do's and don'ts in society. But like say if like somebody like have like a deadly disease or the clap, as what angry MGTOW would say, or angry guy, then like nobody wants to say anything, or people get mocked and jeered if you have that particular disease. So I'm very grateful that I don't have that particular deadly disease, because you know you can, because people can gaslight you very easily and hurt your feelings. But the more you stick around this world is like the more find like the obvious and the blatancy of like how people operate, and my mental health wasn't right, as far as just you know not talking to women, because I never was good at talking to women. I mean, do I talk to women now, then and there? But I can care less about them, especially now. Um, but I can share my testimony on and on and on. But I can share like traumatic stories someday. That can change a person's life too. Um, but these kind of videos, I mean, it depends. But I know this video is graphic a tad bit, but but I'm just showing you how female nature works at that time and now. So female nature has never, ever changed since day one. So females not only jealous of us, but they only jealous of their own counterparts, or their own counter gender, if you will. But I'm gonna leave somebody to speak to my other four.
At the end of the day, women are just getting worse. You see it on true crimes that women are getting deleted each and every day, and of course that it's black women because they choose the wrong man. They think these men are great, when in essence they have criminal records, they have history of crimes, and they choose to date these men or marry these men. That's their decision. Women are going to continue to make worse decisions. A man that have a head on his shoulders and trying to do right, you got to say to yourself, you know what? These women are getting worse each and every day. So what I should do is just focus on myself, focus on living by myself, don't have kids, don't put myself in the system over a woman, and my life will go smoothly. But what these men want to do, they want to continue to deal with these women. They want to involve these women in their business, and then things go down the hill. Focus on yourself. We came in this world alone, and we're going to leave in this world alone. A woman did not come in the world with us, and she won't leave when we die. When we die, she's not going with us. You're going by yourself when you die at this point. That's all I got to say. Anybody? Anybody?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't really have much to add. I mean, I'm listening attentively. Oh, I don't even know what to say. I mean, I've been part of the MGTOW community now. Oh my God, 6 years, 8 years. I can't even remember. It's been years. I don't even make content anymore. I've made I think I've made over 700 like full length videos. Some of them shorts, but most of them, long videos, 10 minutes, 15, 20-minute videos covering all manner of subjects, all the stuff we talk about, all of it. Anyone could backlog it. Anyone can go look, but it's like, I don't know. I sort of like, I don't really make that much content anymore. I wouldn't say I've moved on. I haven't moved on. I'm still MGTOW. I still support the community. I still, I love joining live streams just like this, and listening to other people's content. I don't really make content anymore. Plus, I've fallen into good work. I work a lot now. I'm working like 60 plus hours a week. It's, I don't know. I feel like I've said everything I've had to say, Um, but yeah, I love it when it's a breath of fresh air, man. When I join a stream and like I meet some, I talk with someone I've never talked with before. What's his name? Beta Male Police. Never heard of the guy before in my life. Every single thing he was saying was like, yes, I agree, I agree, I agree, I agree. You know, so he's gonna have another sub by the end of the night. Um, I think the end result is political change. I think we need to take away women's rights. That's what I think. I really think that.
I said that. I
I
said
mean,
that.
I can't wait. What is the end result? How, how is any of this going to be fixed?
I mean, if we take their rights away, I mean, women won't get away with much of anything. Now they still possibly probably go do less of trying to do evil things, but I mean they won't get away with the big stuff because men will put a stop to it right away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying we should take away all of women's rights. I'm not saying that, but some of them, basically, the right to vote and um, I don't know what I will collectively call like the family court, so like divorce court, child custody court, child support court.
Alimony.
Yeah, alimony, palimony, the whole family court structure, the whole family
What
court system needs to be completely gotten rid of, or at least very seriously. It needs to be. We need to see serious reform, major reform. I don't know. I don't know.
which they don't get in Florida. They don't get alimony in Florida.
Not anymore. Not anymore. They just changed
They-
that law. Right, right. So, see, what I think is going on is I think that the legislators, call them whatever you want, the politicians, the legislators, and they just work for the elites. They're the shot callers for the elite. I think that they think I think that they see what's going on, that men are starting to like soft boycott the system. And so they're like, oh, okay, the men are starting to put up a passive resistance. We'll cut them some slack. We'll make it a little bit easier. We'll change the lure. We'll put a shinier lure on the line. We'll make it seem like we'll throw them a bone. Okay. They're scared to get married. Okay, make it a little bit less painful. But that's not that's that's piecemeal. That's garbage. That's not enough. We need a total men have fewer rights than women in family court. We need to start from that premise, and we need to say that that's unacceptable. And until men have equal rights to women, all the stuff that MGTOW says we need to continue doing. Don't have kids, don't get married, don't cohabitate. And it's so weird because like this is I don't think I don't think this is how we're supposed to live. I think it's perfectly natural for men to want to like approach a woman and be like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, you're a girl. Hey, I'm a guy. Hey, what's up? Hey, you're beautiful. Hey." But it's like that's not how it is. And I see it everywhere. I see it everywhere. It's not just the internet. I see it everywhere in real life. All this shit. Men, everywhere I go, men completely avoid women. None of my friends are married. Of the friends that I have who got married, so I'm 40 now. I'll be 41 soon. Yeah, well, half of them, maybe more than half of them, at least half of them, they're divorced now. These are guys in their late 30s, and the guys in their 40s.
and men
Every
who are And men who are still married, they getting divorced. These women are divorcing them.
Yeah, no, I see it. I see it all around me. I mean, 100%. I remember 10 years ago, no one was talking about MGTOW. Nobody. Now I see it. I hear it everywhere. I hear it on talk radio now. I'm here in Chicago when I'm driving. I'm trucking. I'm driving through the city. Driving in the suburbs. I'm on the interstate. They're using terms like beta. They're using terms like simp on the radio, and I'm like, holy crap! Our the way we think has permeated into the culture, which is good. That's a good start. But that's not enough. That's just the beginning. Ultimately, this has to become political. Men have to boycott the hell out of the system until all these legislators say, you know what, we have to allow men to have rights within marriage. All of it. You just go down the line. Until then, I tell men, I I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but like kind of like ghosts. I don't have nothing to. I mean it. I don't have nothing to do with the women in my family. They have my phone number. They know where I live. Everyone in my family knows where I live. I don't have nothing to do with them. I only hang out with men. All my friends, all my male friends are single. It's unbelievable. It's not supposed to be like this, man. We're in a gender war. Women are trying to enslave us. That's what's going on.
Absolutely agree, man. I absolutely agree. Have you heard of soft guy era?
Sorry, I was drinking some soda. What's up? Have I ever heard of who? Dwyer,
So,
why, or what?
soft guy era. Soft guy era.
Soft guy era. Yeah, I've heard of the. I've heard there's like, what is that part of like the whole drizzle thing?
Yeah, it's like the roles are reversed. Like instead, women had to pay for a man dinner. Instead, women had to do everything for men.
Yeah, right. Yes, I've heard of that. That is essentially what, bro. It's so ridiculous. Like that's really how it should be. We serve women like we're fucking slaves. We shouldn't fucking serve them. They should serve us.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that they should be slaves. I'm not saying that. What I'm
Right.
saying, if you want to look at it this way, you can see it. If you want to talk in these terms, cut it in half. On Monday, we should have to do what they want, and then on Tuesday, they should have to do what we want, and then on Wednesday, back to them. Thursday, back to us, and so on. But it's not like that. It's Monday, Wednesday. It's Monday through Friday. They get everything that they want. Saturday, they get what they want. Sunday, they get what they want, but maybe they throw us a fucking bone. If no, it's a society is totally geared towards women, giving women what they want, enslaving the men, and just this constant berating of men. Men are constantly told, you must do this. You here are all the things that you should be doing. Women are constantly told, you deserve this, you deserve that, you should run everything. It's I look at society. I look at society now as one big psyop. That's really how I look at society now. There's so much propaganda. There's so much social engineering. I never thought of this when I was a kid, but it's true. Even as a kid, I went to a Catholic grammar school. I went to a Jesuit Catholic high school. I went to a Jesuit Catholic university. They taught us in grammar school, don't never hit a girl. I'm sure you've heard of that. Don't hit a girl. Never hit a girl. Don't ever hit a girl.
Heard it millions
Girls
of
go.
times.
What's that?
I heard it a million of times.
Yeah, you've heard it a
Once
million
I can
times.
count.
Yeah, you've heard it a million times. Where the fuck does that come from? That doesn't. That's not real. In nature, that's not real. You'll see a male gorilla fucking slap the shit out of a female gorilla, and there's no gorilla court that comes in and says, hey, you shouldn't be slapping her, and she's all these rights that she deserves, and you need to center female pleasure during sex, and you got to let her stick a fucking dildo in your ass because it's unfair that you get to penetrate her, and it's like, what? it's I don't know. When did it start? I don't know. Probably hundreds of years ago. I don't think this just started 50 years ago. I think there's been this like concerted effort to kind of just like emasculate men for hundreds of years. And we are now at that point where like women are more masculine than men. I mean, men like us maybe not. We're more masculine. We're like holdouts, We're like we're like we're maybe more masculine, but I don't know, man. That's another thing. I think women have totally changed. Like women used to be nicer. They used to be like more gentle. Maybe I'm just getting old, but like I'll be 41 in a couple days. Honestly, I remember when I was 18, 20, 21. Women were more gentle. Women today they're fucking loud and they're they're combative and they're just ugh, I don't know, man. Right now, I just I don't fuck with any women, man. I mean, that's not true. There's a couple girls that like I bang, but I've known them for years. I don't date. I don't go crawling around on the what's it called, the dating sites. I don't go to bars. I only speak with women I know personally. you know? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Understood.
Maybe that guy Beta, what's his name? Beta male police. Maybe that, I think about that sometimes. Maybe that guy Beta male police is right. Yeah, I don't know if he was joking when he said that, but he made, I was like, I was like, so you're saying you're an accelerationist? He's like, yes, yes, I want to help the system collapse. I was like, wow.
I think he said that because no matter who get in, I mean, it's gonna get much worse anyway.
Yeah, no, right. No, I know, right. No, I'm not even just the idea. Like what that means when he says that, and I don't blame him in any way. I have the same thought go through my head. It's like, what am I holding on to? Why am I trying? What am I preserving? Like what we've already lost. There's nothing left to fight for. I mean, so just the idea, like, okay, just let it go. So I don't know. Just I'm sorry. Now I'm rambling, but I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't care if society falls. What a crazy idea. Oh man. About 10 minutes, I'm gonna crack this. I got this like it's like a pony. It's this vodka. It's probably more than a pony. Maybe it's like 4 shots. I got a small little vodka. All I do is
Gotcha.
work now. All I do is work. Where's Red Pill? Where's Red Pill in the wind? I haven't heard from him in a while. I miss him. Where's he at?
He get on very less now that I see.
I mean, he still gets on. He used to make shorts. I still see him here and again. I haven't seen him in weeks, though, weeks and weeks. I haven't seen him in a month.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't spoken to him in a while. I hope he's all right. I think he's living with his sister in Pennsylvania. Bought a house. I don't know what he's doing. I was just on Mr. Money AD's live stream a couple 2 weeks ago. You guys follow him or no?
Never heard of him.
Oh, Mr. Money AD. Oh, he's
Oh
all right.
yeah,
He's
yeah, yeah. I heard. I had an interview with him a few years ago.
Mr. Money AD.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's from Chicago, by the way. Or he now he lives in a suburb of Chicago. But yeah, he's like me. She's from the. I think he's from the south side. I'm from the north side. He's from the south side.
Yeah.
But he dropped the MGTOW moniker. He used to be Mr. MGTOW Money AD. But he don't rep MGTOW anymore. But he says he basically still is.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's all right. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to his channel. He does like mostly like wrestling
Wrestling, yeah,
reviews.
wrestling. Right, right, right.
Yeah.
I like him. But I'm not big into wrestling. So when he has like those purely wrestling streams, I don't really get into that too much. But whenever
Yeah.
he's talking about what's that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. Like I'm into wrestling even though I was a kid, but nowadays it's like a then and there thing for me. So like I don't
Yeah.
bother watching it not as much. So
Yeah, yeah. What else? I don't know. I just got into a fight with that. What's his name? Jamal. Damn crap, I can't remember his name. Him and I were just talking on the phone. Uh,
Jamal, who?
he just wanted too much money. I was like $500. What the fuck? Who's that guy? Now you were single, mom. Now you were single,
Oh,
mom.
Brandon Jamal.
Brandon Jamal. Yeah, Brandon Jamal. Yeah, right. I just contacted him. Him and I were talking, and I was like, "Hey, can I do a live stream? Will you be willing to do a live stream with me? I'll give you $20." No, I think I said 35. And he was like, "What? That's ridiculous. I got hundreds of thousands of subscribers in total." I was like, "All right, instead of $35, how about $45?"
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
was like, "Man, bro, I need at least $500." I was like, "Come on, man, give me a break." Listen, I told him I'm a trucker, man. I'm a driver. I make $25 an hour until I hit 40 hours, and so it's time and a half. But I'm not rich. I told him, "Come on, give me a deal, $50 for an hour of your time." He was like, "No, man, come back when you're willing to pay more." I was like,
Yeah. I'm finna go ahead and head on out. It was
"Damn." Yeah, I'm gonna head on out too, man.
a pleasure
All right.
joining your stream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice having you
yeah.
guys. I'm about to cook me something anyway, so
Um, yeah, Blackpill Daniels, are you making content these days, or what's going on?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't
I
know if you
haven't, I
subscribed
haven't,
or not.
I haven't checked into your channel in months. Have you? Do you have any fresh content like in the last week?
Yeah. Yeah. 12 days. I did a live stream.
Okay,
14 days.
okay, yeah, that's weird. I don't know. Sometimes I also worry that like YouTube will accidentally, not accidentally, like unsubscribe me from. It's happened before. I've been unsubscribed from people's channels, and then
Not
once I do
not
that,
no, I don't unsubscribe from people, man.
no, no, no. I'm not saying that I do it or you do it. I'm saying that I think that YouTube does it and they do it on purpose so that they don't have to send us notifications of whatever new videos, new video
Oh,
notifications.
that's YouTube. YouTube do all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, or live streams or anything like that. So it's like every once in a while, it's actually good to reconnect, like personally, like we are now.
Yeah, they trying to get rid of us, man. So they want us
Yeah,
silent.
yeah. They shadow ban us. Yeah, I think so. I really think that. So yeah, I'll look into again, just to make sure I'm subscribed.
Yeah, you
Um,
you subscribe to my red pill channel. I don't know about the black pill, so
yeah, I'm not sure. When do you start calling yourself Black Bill?
I think it was like 3-4 months ago.
it's, it's just getting worse and worse, right?
It
It's
was
just
it
getting
was it was time for me to go black pill anyway. I mean,
that
red
reminds
pill
me of
is
what's
just
his
like
name?
aware and the
Fuck the red
basics.
pill. I'm gonna take the black pill. Fuck the red pill. I'm gonna take the black pill. Who's that guy? He makes those videos of how he was in the Navy. He lives in Japan. Damn it, what's his name? He's a black guy. He was in the military. HMT. Oh, hockey mask. Hockey mask time. Remember him?
RPM.
Is that his name?
Yeah, RPM.
Yeah, RPM. He still makes content.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, yeah. He took the black pill. That was a long time ago. That was a couple years ago. Yeah. All right, boys. I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna start drinking. You guys have a good rest of your weekend. Okay.
All right.
you too, sir.
Yeah, Assassin. Hey, man. Wow. Hey, it was. Thank you for. I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old. I need to start. I gotta start making live streams again too. I gotta get off my butt, but it's nice to see, the younger guys, making live streams. Try to maybe do it in the future. I'd be happy to join. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
trying to like get increase more subscribers. Even though I'm in the 400s, but I'm just gonna do it like out of empathy. Um, since I'm getting older, of course. But yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna definitely readjust my schedule for real. I can't do this like every day because I have like work and stuff. I'm like,
right,
I'm
right.
like
Yeah,
I'm
welcome.
overworking myself. I'm like, why I'm doing this? Okay, let me do this around the weekend. So
Right, right.
Sundays are
And
my
I'm really
best. So
happy. I'm really happy to hear you have fallen into good work. You work in a warehouse. I work in a warehouse. Forklift operator. That's a career level job. that's good.
Mhm.
Just don't get
Yep.
burned out because you're thinking, oh man, I'll work overtime. Yeah, yeah, they'll give you all the overtime in the world, and
Mhm.
it's like, make sure you keep a balance. Keep a balance in life. And yeah, try to keep your weekends. You'll see. They'll try to make you start working weekends, and you'll be like, oh wow, I'm making all this money, and
No, yeah,
next
I'm
thing,
I'm actually working on Sunday, so like
uh huh,
yeah, like Sunday, like the 3rd of November, then the 1st of December. So like
uh
I work
huh.
then and there on the weekend, so it's not like
Yeah, that's
it's
how it starts. That's
mandatory.
how it starts. You'll see, and all that's all overtime, right? That's all OT on those weekends, or
Yeah,
no?
yeah, just typical. But like again, like I don't work weekends like that, but like Sundays for sure is good. So
What happened with me? I'm a trucker. I've been with this company now for 2 years. They did it slow. Like they didn't just throw it all on my lap. It was slow. First, when I first started, they were just giving me 40, 42 hours a week, 44, and it
hmm
became like 48, and then you 50 turned into 55. I am regularly working right at 60 hours every week now.
yeah.
Those are 12-hour days. And then this is already 4 months ago now, 5 months ago. I don't know. 4 months ago now. They pulled me aside. They pulled me in the office. They say, "Hey, Joe," or my name is Joe. They
hmm
say, "Hey, Joe, you want to start working Saturdays?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah, all right, yeah." And I told them I don't want to work every Saturday. They're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. How about every other Saturday?" I'm like, "Okay." They got me working every other Saturday, time and a half, and it's like it's good. The money's good, but at the same time, it's like you work Monday through Friday, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so but if you work Monday through Friday, that you got your weekends. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. You got 8 days a month off. You working every other Saturday. You just take away two. Now I only got 6 days off a week or a month. It's just make sure just they'll bleed you dry, man. Just I don't know. Try to hold on to your humanity. I'll leave it at that. I'll see you guys later, man. Thank you. Thanks for having the live stream. I'll see you guys later.
For sure. All right, then. And this live stream. Yeah.